diversity and work respecting the cross-cultural environment. See, the first is introduction to cultural diversity in the organization. What exactly is cultural diversity? The meaning, definitions, the importance and the features you will understand here. The next is unit 3, that is the vision of diversity and cross-cultural management. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Vidhyaashram from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students for this beautiful subject. It's all about cultural diversity at workplace. Now, what exactly is this subject all about? So here, whenever we go with the 6th sem BCom, we need to go back to the 5th sem BCom where we had learned something about human resource development for the 5th semester. Now this is the second part of it where we will be learning something about cultural diversity at workplace. Now here, cultural diversity means what? Now in a workplace, who all will be working and how will they work together? So you are supposed to understand something about the homogeneous behavior as well as heterogeneous behavior. In this introduction session, I'll be teaching you something more about the syllabus and all other aspects related to this subject, why we are supposed to study. The agenda of this day is all about learning outcome. What will you learn if we learn this entire subject? After learning outcome, we're going to go with the syllabus. Now syllabus is prescribed by the University of Mysuru and we have 5 modules, that is 5 units in it. Next is the units in that, what exactly the topics which we are supposed to study. Internals we're gonna talk about, and then the exam pattern, how exactly it is. Now you people belong to NEP, that is the NEP 2020. So that will be something called 60 and 40, where the 60 marks is the external and the 40 marks is for the internals. Now the learning outcome, what exactly happens if you are thorough with this subject? First thing, for any interview, wherever it is, whether it is a MNC company or a startup, right? If you know this subject, cultural diversity at workplace, it is very easy for you to stay and continue your work. You will get a kind of a feel that is, I have already studied this and this is what in reality is happening. So you will get to know what exactly you are supposed to do in those situations. So here, recall the cultural diversity at workplace in an organization that you will be getting it. Support the business case for workforce diversity and inclusion. Identify diversity and work respecting the cross-cultural environment. See, everybody will not be your cousins or your relatives who will be working in the organization, isn't it? You will have people from different religion, different creed, gender differentiation is there. There are so many other people who are gonna come and be there. He can be a person from Karnataka or Tamil Nadu or Kerala or even from USA, say in USA, say California, Bosch. There are so many places people will be there working together with you. So it is difficult for people who are say introverts. They don't want to communicate with them. Now, but if you understand this cross-culture relation, if you understand the cultural diversity, if you understand the diversity at workplace, then it is easy for you to analyze why are they acting like that. It is easy for you to know that why they are doing something. So that's the only reason. Please do understand, the more and more experience you get, the more and more you explore something, then you will have a clarity about it, that why people behave in that way. Say, assesses contemporary organizational strategies for managing workforce diversity and inclusion. So here, this will be the outcome if you learn the subject from your heart. So next, we are going with the next topic, that is the syllabus. Now I told you University of Mysore, that is UOM. University of Mysore have prescribed the syllabus. The first unit is Introduction to Diversity. You will understand what exactly diversity is and how people behave. Exploring differences. See, in your own house, if you have sibling, you people have differences. Now, what type of differences it can be? Say example, now you like roti and your sibling likes puri. So there is a difference, isn't it? But still you people are in the same house and you are having food together. The same way, just understand with that example to the organization, there are so many people, right? There's so many people. Now the differences will happen. I just told about the food habit. Now if you go with n number of differences, you people can jot down. The way they dress, the way they talk, the way they behave, the way their accent is, the way they communicate, the way they think. Everything differs. So here you will be exploring the differences, right? The next is unit 3, that is the vision of diversity and cross-cultural management. So you will go with the vision. See, in every organization or a company, you have something called the vision and mission of organization. The same way here also. There is a difference, fine. If you take positive out of it, then you will get enhanced, right? You will feel that, okay, these are the positive things which I need to take from these many employees or these many employers. Now that is what the vision of the diversity and the cross-cultural management. If you go and if you try, say example I'm just giving you, why in United States of America there are so many people who are the doctors. They are not Americans, but they are from some other country. The reason is the cross-cultural management. And how is that they are catering to those people who are not from USA, but still those people want to stay in USA. Just try to understand this. If you go with one more example of NASA, right? Now here many people are from different countries. They are going to NASA and they are giving a beautiful product or the concept to NASA, but not to their country. The reason is cross-culture management. That is, how is that? Say the Chinese people who are working in NASA, Indians who are working in NASA, say Japanese, they are working in NASA. They aren't working in their own country and they are not developing their countries, the satellite power or the launches or other kind of a thing, but they are in NASA. The reason is, again, cross-cultural management. They have managed it very well. They have given what they really want, right? So these are the things which you understand. That's what human resource management, human resource development and human resource planning will help you, that how cross-cultural management has helped them to retain the best of the best people in some other country and not in the country of their origin. The unit 4, skills and competencies. And the unit 5, recent trends in diversity management. Now what has happened? Earlier, fine, I told you so many examples, right? Now what has happened? What is the 21st century trend in the diversity? That we will understand in the last unit. So the first unit, what we have? In the introduction to diversity, we have these many topics I've given you in a brief. I'll be explaining it to you. So every session of cultural diversity in workplace, please do watch it. The reason is you will not miss anything. I will give you everything in a nutshell and that will help you people to score good marks. Plus, it will definitely help you in your career. The first is introduction to cultural diversity in the organization. What exactly is cultural diversity? The meaning, definitions, the importance and the features you will understand here. Evolution of diversity, where it was started and what really it has happened. Overview of diversity in the whole holistic nature. What is the overview of diversity? See, if I tell you something more about diversity, please do understand. We all were nomadic, isn't it? right? Our ancestors were nomadic, right? If I say all were nomadic, in the sense the ancestors were nomadic. How did they started to join some other clans? How did they get into so many other kingdoms? If you try to understand that, their diversity was there. Their management was also there. See, kings were fighting against kings. Just an example, I'm giving it to you. There is one kingdom, okay, is fighting with another kingdom. So this is say A1, now here it is A2. Now A1 defeated A2. They defeated A2. Done. Now this kingdom is also under the A1 kingdom. Now there should be a management, isn't it? Now the A1 will actually do proper management of A2. The people of A2 are working under A1. Now they both will go and they'll have a fight with A3. There is one more kingdom. Don't you feel there is a diversity management? There is a diversity, right? Still, this A1 is able to convince A2, train A2, give the ideas to A2, and then the A2 and A1 combining, they are going and they are having fight with A3. It was there, right? Now we talk about acquisition, we talk about merger, right? Don't you feel all these were there in the ancient histories? They were there. So here the recent trend, we will understand what exactly these things are, right? So 1, 2 is done, 3, 4. Advantages of diversity. What is the advantage of it? You will understand here. If there is a bane, there is a boon. If there is a boon, there is a bane, right? So here we are only going with the boon. So what is the advantages of diversity? Identifying characteristics of diversity. Now it is a 10 marks question. What are the characteristics of diversity? Scope, challenges and issues in diversity management. It's a 15 marks question. See, I'm telling you, just write down. These questions will definitely come in your exams. Understanding the nature of diversity, and the last one is the cultural diversity when it comes to global organization and global diversity, how things are. If you know all these things, right? The first 2, 3, 4, if you go with these things, this is very easy for you. Because majority of great minds of Indians, right? Great mind of India, we call it as a brain drain. They studied, acquired knowledge, everything in India, but what they do? They go to US, they go to Germany, they go to Russia, they go to places where they get a lot of money, and there they are using their brain. If you jot down the number of CEOs, CFO, CTO and COO of big MNC company, you will definitely get an Indian. Definitely you will get it. Now, why is that person working there and not in India? That is where you will understand that cultural management, diversity is so important. The next, we go with Unit 2, that is exploring differences. Now, in exploring differences, what all are the topics we have? Introduction, that is where we'll tell you about exploring differences, meaning, definition and its advantages. So here we'll go with our and other differences. Our and others. If you know these, that is identifying the our and other, then you will get to know that you don't need to impress anybody. You should know who you are. The next thing is, people gonna judge you according to their wish. So this unit is very, very good. Psychological students, if they watch this, right, they'll get to know that the examples which I'll be giving you is all about reality which we are supposed to take in this 21st century. Next is including sources of our identity. Then differences, concept and power, which is there in the prejudice, discrimination, dehumanization and oppression. Now, operation is different, oppression is different. So all these are a 15 marks question. In these two, you will get one 15 marks question. In these two, you will get one 10 marks question. So it is 25 marks plus 2 marks in the meaning and limitations of it. So 27 marks you will be getting in this chapter alone. The next is the third unit, that is visions of diversity and cross-cultural management. Inside this, what we have something called models and visions, right? Different models by different people. Now I'll be just going very straight here. You will have definitely these models, that is Hofstede's cultural dimension, Trompener's dimension, Schumert's value survey, and the globe study. So these are the highlights of the entire cultural diversity, and here you will understand the vision of the diversity, that is the cross culture management. So models and visions, if you go with it, diversity in society and organization, you'll go with the justice, fairness, and group and individual differences. Cross-cultural management, that is the meaning and the concept. Now this is a 10 marks question, the meaning and the concept, if you go with it. Meaning is 2 marks. Concept is, say, 10 marks. Framework in cross-cultural management, that is, here there are two things which you are supposed to go with it. Clockun and Stotbeck framework. Here any one you will be getting, that is for 10 marks. So here you have two 10 marks question, in that only one will come. Then 2 marks you will be getting questions. Now here there is 2 here, totally you will be getting 15 marks. That means 2 15 marks question, in that one they will definitely ask. Again, this chapter is for 27 marks, that is 15 plus 10 plus 2 marks. Next is the fourth chapter. It's all about the skills and competences. Now here generally you can answer it, you don't need to mug up any answers, however you feel, however you have understood. And if you watch all my sessions, right, you don't need any extra tuitions or any kind of Google or Chat GPT kind of a thing. Easily you can summarize it and you can write the exam. So here I'll be doing 2 sessions from this unit 4, where 20 to 30 minutes max if it is. So 1 hour if you watch. 1 hour. If you watch my video, here easily you will be getting somewhere around 27 marks. So here skills and competence will go with the topic skills and competences for multicultural teams and workplace organizational assessment. That we're going to learn. It's a 15 marks question. Changes for diversity and inclusion. So here you'll understand the meaning of diversity in the first chapter, the meaning of inclusion in the second chapter, and diversity strategies you will understand. This is a 10 marks question. Creating multicultural organizations. Why people usually do this? Creating multicultural organization, and what is the benefit of it? As well as there is, I told you, right, there is a boon, there is a bane. So I'll also be discussing something about the disadvantages, plus I'll also tell you about advantages. But you as a student, you should always take advantages more than the disadvantages. Here this can also be a 10 marks question. So here in this chapter you have 2 10 marks question, but only one will come, and 1 15 marks question, that is a sure question. So here if you go with it, 25 plus, they can ask you a question, define change for diversity, or what is inclusion, or they can ask you what is diversity strategy. So this will be a 2 marks. So 25 plus 2 is 27 marks you will be getting from this unit itself. The last unit is recent trends in diversity management. Now in that, what is that we have is emerging workforce trends, dual career couples, cultural issues in the international working, on work-life balance, managing multicultural teams, that is issues and challenges. It's a sure question of 15 marks. Global demographic trends, that is the impact on diversity management. It's a 10 marks question. Social psychological perspective on workforce diversity, diversity management in IT organization. It's a recent trend, that is the 21st century. Contemporary issues in the workforce, that is the workplace diversity. What exactly happens in this? So it's all general topics here you can write in pages if and only if you know what are the contents which you are supposed to study and then go with it. So here I'm telling you, please do watch all the videos. If you have not subscribed the channel, please do subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for all the notification if you really need. Next is the internals we have, that is 40 marks for the internals and 60 marks for the external. First two units I'll be taking and I'll be giving you for the unit 1 and unit 2 for the first internals. Unit 3 and unit 4 will be in the second internals. So I have listed here unit 1 and unit 2 I'll be giving in the first internals. Unit 3 and unit 4 are in the second internals, and unit 5 will be in the internals 3 and it will be average of 3. So please do write all the internals. Next is question paper pattern. It is for 60 marks. Now part A consists of 2 marks questions. So you will be getting 2 into 5 is equal to 10. You will be getting 7 questions. You should write only 5. Part B, here you have 10 into 2 is equal to 20. You will be getting 4 questions. You should write only 2 questions. Part C is 15 into 2 is equal to 30. You will be getting 4 questions. You should write only 2. Total, if you go with it, it's a 60 marks question. So very easily we can actually go for it and we can grab it. And for references, there are so many books which you can refer, but I have written a beautiful book which is there in Amazon and Flipkart, that is Abhilash Chandra Human Resource Management. In that, all these 5 chapters are included. Totally there are 15 units. 15 units in this book. In that 5 units, whatever you people are studying, I have included here. Or else if you want a reference book, Warner is actually good. You can actually go with it. It's a 600-page, a very big book if you want to refer. William, he has also written based on the developing competence based on training. That is Uday Kumar Haldar. That is Human Resource Development. That is from Oxford University Press, which was in 2009. It doesn't have the recent trends, right? Though they have beautiful volumes which you can go with it, but very prescribed and precise. Very briefly I have written here, that is, please do find Human Resource Management by Abhilash Chandra. Now I'm Dr. Abhilash Chandra. You can go with it. It's a recent one, 2023, which got published, and it is there in Flipkart and Amazon. Any doubt regarding this session, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you. Thank you.